Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about Wikipedia. There's one question probably that gets a lot of people. That main question is, when will Wikipedia be a reliable source? Well, according to me, it never will be. Why? Because my philosophy of Wikipedia is different. I use it kind of as a search engine, and I know that might not make sense at first, but I'm going to show you. You see, Wikipedia, you have to cite sources on there, and so I just use the sources Wikipedia cites. Go to Wikipedia, look for good sources, and then stuff. But the reliability of Wikipedia, I'm going to talk to you about that and how to, assess an article whether or not it's reliable. So here we are on the main page of Wikipedia, and it shows every day there's a featured article. This is today's featured article, and then there's stuff. Did you know section, which comes from content which has been recently improved, and then in the news, and then on this day in history, and then there's a featured picture, and then another. That's about it. But today we're going to look at how to determine how reliable an article is. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so Wikipedia has a system for assessing its articles. And there are 9 regular grades. I'm going to start. The main grades for an article is the lowest grade is a stub class, which description is a very basic description of the topic. However, all very bad quality articles will fall into this category, and there's more detailed criteria. I'll post a link to this page if you'd like. The article is very short, rough collection of information that will need to be working. You'll often see what's in it. And then a start class is an article. Right here, that's the next grade. Start class, an article that is developing but which is quite incomplete and most notably lacks adequate reliable sources. And then usually if there's enough sources cited, reliable sources, then it's going to be usually good. I'm going to get into that in a second. The next class is the C class article, which is where you start to get into reliable stuff. It says the article is substantial but is still missing important content or contains much irrelevant material. The article should have some references to reliable sources but may have significant problems or substantial cleanup. C-class articles are usually pretty good, but they may have things like, there may be a couple statements that contradict themselves. Yeah, no, a very common thing is for it to lack references, and then also and it just be real organized, sometimes doesn't read real well. And then but yeah, you can usually trust part of a C-class article. This is B-class article. The article is mostly complete without any major problems, but requires some further work to reach good article standards. And B-class articles usually are even better, but they may have some problems like lack citations. That's probably the biggest common problem I've seen with them, and the factual accuracy is not really questioned. And the next one is good article criteria. The article has attained good article status by passing an official review. And Wikipedia here's 6 criteria to meet a good article. To achieve good article, it is well written, prose is clear and concise, and it complies with manual style guidelines, which are guidelines Wikipedia says. It is verifiable with no original research. Original research is like, what's the best description? It's sources. Wikipedia it's just like first party sources or things like that. Wikipedia, they try to do secondary and tertiary sources. And then it's broad in its coverage. It addresses the main aspects of the topic. Is neutral. It represents viewpoints fairly without bias, giving due weight to each. And it's stable. It does not change significantly from day to day, and is illustrated by images. But however, when you get into the upper ones, especially good articles, And the next one is A. The article is well organized and essentially complete, having been reviewed by partial reviewers from this wiki project or elsewhere, which a wiki project is an aim to improve content on coverage and stuff on a certain area of Wikipedia. Good article status is not a requirement for a class, it's just a type of good article. And featured article, the article it also has to pass a review to become a featured article. Featured articles like the one we saw on the main page are considered the best articles on Wikipedia. And they're usually A class, but however, I will warn you of something. You know, if it's in the higher ranks, especially good article, A class, or featured, it's been at that status. It also you want to check the sources, see if they're still reliable and stuff, and Wikipedia has standards about reliable sources and stuff. Most people don't seem to understand. Everybody seems to think Wikipedia, it's like, you know, just everybody puts whatever they want, and that is true, but that stuff does not stay on there. It usually gets taken off. Wikipedia has a policy against things like that, like vandalism and what they call disruptive editing and other things. If you're curious about what counts as a reliable source or not, I'll put a link down here for you. It'll be in the description and in the video. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this really helps you if you've been just answered some of your questions about Wikipedia, if you've been curious.